Loading snacks. What it do, snackers, snackheads, and snack X's? It's your boy Gage. We're here at AwesomeCon 2021.
Awesome God!
Family. I like it. So check this out. We are now at the table of Amy Reeder. And I want to tell you something, Amy. You came so highly recommended. Like, I was told I didn't have a choice but to come here and talk to you.
All right.
And I looked over and I looked at your work and I said, it must be right. It must be right. Oh yeah, by all means. Come on. Yeah, this is how we like to work. So listen, Amy, tell me a little about yourself. What do you have going on here at the table?
All right. Well, so I've been doing comics since 2005, and currently, like, my pandemic. This is what I made during the pandemic. Is Amethyst, which is she's a magical girl from a place called Gem World. It's full of crystals and stuff. And so yeah, it was fun. It was a dreamy place that I could escape to.
Yeah. So like, when you say pandemic, this wasn't a thing that was in your head pre-pandemic? Was it like a thing that you kind of had?
It did start before that, but it like the first issue came out end of February last year, and then by the second issue, all the stores were closed.
Everything was crazy.
Yeah.
Right? We all went crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So how has it been for you since that happened?
Good. Yeah.
That's actually a great thing.
I mean, I feel like I probably slowed down a little bit at the beginning there, but I finished the story, and that's a success. I've been working on some covers for DC. That's a DC book, and then I've also been doing some short stories. Like I contributed to the DC Pride and also the Wonder Woman Black and Gold. And I don't know. Now I'm just gonna pitch a new story somewhere. We'll see.
Amy, as a writer and illustrator, is that harder to do, or is that easier? Do you think? Like, most of the people I talk to do one or the other.
Yeah, they do.
Which is that harder or easier? You think to have to do it all?
You know, I guess I find it easier.
Okay.
Emotionally, like, I'd much rather do that.
Sure.
And it is like maybe more labor, but it's easier to visualize it.
You know what you want to see.
Yeah. And I have stories I want to tell.
Sure.
You know, like, I have things that I wish existed.
Yeah.
And so when you're just drawing other people's ideas, for me, that's not what I entered this for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there again doing both? Do you prefer one over the other? Like, would you rather write?
I definitely prefer drawing.
Do you?
Yeah, I just like, but to me it's all an experience.
Sure.
Like, I don't really separate them as much. Like, I literally like want to make a story.
Sure.
From start to end.
Do you find like that one is, from like a mental standpoint, is like one better for you? Like, do you escape better doing one than you do the other?
Yeah, I would see myself more as of an artist.
Yeah. Than a writer.
Yeah.
Which is a form of artistry, like, but yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah, I feel a little uncomfortable calling myself a writer for that reason. I mean, I can do it, but it's not.
I just want you, like, it's on here, like it says written and drawn by.
That's true.
Like, it does. So it's. I mean,
but I mean, that's true. I am the one who's writing it, and you know, I do all right. But I just, but yes, I would probably say that I'm an artist first.
Are you aspiring to do more in terms of writing? Like, is it like, for you, like, is it like a thing where you're like, I want to get better at it? Is it a thing of you just have more stories you want to tell, a combination of the two?
It's a combination. You know, I always want to get better at stuff, and I feel like I'm very proud of what I did with Amethyst, but I also feel like there was a lot of plot, and so I'm like, oh, I guess I can dial it back a little bit. And so I'm, you know, there's different things that you're trying to balance and get better at. But yeah, pretty much at this point, I'm just writing and drawing for myself. I don't really want to work with writers anymore.
Sure.
I did for this short story with Mariko Tamaki, but she's like the best. I mean, she's, so, and she also writes in a way that makes it fun to draw.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times when you read scripts. They're just like code. It's not fun.
They're a little more bland.
It's not like reading a novel. You know? It's like instructions.
Sure, instead of it being. Yeah. So, what's next for you?
I don't know.
Really?
Well, I have actually no. I'm doing another Wonder Woman story.
Okay.
That's coming out in the 80th anniversary spectacular in October, and so both this story and the one that I did, the one that I'm doing, they're both set in like Golden Age Wonder Woman times, and I'm like kind of addicted to that sort of thing because it sounds boring, but actually the old comics were really fun and really goofy and like really you suspend your belief. And so I try to capture that
fun,
same
like a little more
whimsical.
That's cool. So I have one more question before we kind of wrap up, and I get you to tell people like how they can follow you and so forth. Working in this business, is it even close to what you thought it would be?
Well, it's not as like. I mean, I didn't think much about it. I just did it.
It just kind of happened? Is that?
Yeah, it just kind of happened, and I would say that it's not as intimidating as you might think. Like, I mean, it's a lot. I wanted to be a singer before that, and I think that's probably harder to get into than comics.
Sure. Okay.
So I was like, oh well, somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
So I decided I would do it.
I like that. I mean, I think that's the right attitude to have.
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody's not here at AwesomeCon, how do they find you? How do they get your work? How do they follow you?
Google me.
Listen, I want to tell you something. Not everybody can say that.
Yeah.
You know, like seriously, not everybody can say that.
I'm on Twitter. You can search my name on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. I mean, it's. I don't have like a website really. I publish stuff. You can go to your local comic shop and say, I want to know more about Amy Reeder, and they'll show you lots of things that I've done.
Yeah.
Many of which I have prints of over there. But
really awesome stuff here too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So find me.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. Like, I know you have a panel you have to go do. That's the thing important people do.
It's also things that unimportant people do.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Listen, I appreciate you taking the time. I really do. Listen, we're starting to wrap things up here at day 2. I'm lying. We got so much more to do. We're only like halfway through the day. I'm going to go find some other things to go talk about. I'm out. Toodles and loos. What it do, snackers and snackers? Did you like what you just saw? Would you like to help us grow? Here's what you can do. Shoot over to patreon.com/loading snacks, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform of choice. Appreciate you.